It's National Women's Month. Gotta celebrate the queens, you feel me? What it do, world? It's the ILLMAC SHOWCAST with Ski, brought to you by Urban Access Network, no F and X. I gotta get the new backdrop, dog. I'm ILLMAC. I got my bro host with me, for sure. Ski.
Already.
What's popping, man?
Man, good vibes.
Good vibes.
Positive meanings.
Positive meanings. Introduce our guest today, man.
Man, like he said, I'm the bro host, Ski. We got the special guest today in the house, Katie.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Give the applause for the queen.
You just said her name. You weren't gonna
we going with the slash.
You weren't gonna shout out the gang for it one time, cuz?
She gave us the Gatorade pregame. I'm gonna let her get a whole spill.
Yeah,
it was a lot of Jimmy's drop. I don't want to misquote because the price went up, so I don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that?
I don't want to misquote.
It's not today.
We can't do that. It's official.
Yeah. You supposed to shout out the sorority at least, though.
Oh man, give it to the lovely ladies at DST.
Okay, hey,
flat out for the game. The Christian, yeah.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm chilling.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, how was the week? You been enjoying the weather too?
I have been. I don't know if I realized it was as nice as it was until yesterday. I've been, working and packing and all kinds of things indoors. But yeah, it is good weather.
Oh yeah, very great. So, what you been up to? Let's I guess we can start with
This is Miss Travelago.
Miss Travelago.
Mr. Travelago on last week.
Yeah, okay. So let's start with where you grew up.
So I was born in Chicago. I grew up in Atlanta. We moved there when I was maybe 6 or 7.
Okay.
So yeah, spent most of my formative years in Atlanta, and then I came here for undergrad. So I've been in St. Louis since 2004, which sounds insane to say out loud.
Straight up, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Where you go to grad school at?
So I went to undergrad at SLU.
Okay.
And then I did a master's at Maryville, and then I went to law school at SLU as well.
Oh, okay. Dang, you did the whole shebang.
I've got a lot of degrees, and I wish that I could, roll some of them up and give them back.
Dang, straight up?
Absolutely.
Why you say that?
They were completely worthless.
Wow.
Yeah. I think you should be able to, you know how you could trade your car in and get I think you should do that with degrees.
Right, okay.
I'm not using this bachelor's.
Yeah. Straight up.
Yeah,
let me put something on my master's.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but it don't help in no type of way?
I mean, in the sense that, so for law school, you have to have a bachelor's degree to be admitted in most law schools. Sure, it helps in that way, but, what I studied versus what I do, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. So
let me ask you this: because you have done what you're doing now without going to school?
No.
Okay.
I couldn't. So I couldn't be a lawyer. No, without law school.
Oh well, yeah. Okay, yeah.
The other degrees have nothing to do with what I do.
Okay.
At all.
Flat out. So how was school? How was all of that school?
A lot of it is a blur.
It's a blur, huh?
A lot of it is a blur. I think I am absolutely of the mind that I don't think that, structure education in that way is for everybody.
Okay.
And so, I enjoyed it. It was a good fit for me, but it's even with being a lawyer, I tell people all the time who ask about going to law school, if you don't want to practice, don't do it. You can learn.
Wow.
Some people want to I want to know business law because I'm an entrepreneur, or I'm a musician. I want to know something about entertainment law.
Right.
Learn that from the internet or other means.
Especially now.
Yes, don't go to law school for that.
That's a gym.
Yeah, because everything, you can learn anything on the internet these days.
You can.
Straight
You can.
up.
And law school it's incredibly It's not difficult, like intelligence wise. I think that you don't have to be smart per se.
Right.
It's just grueling. Like it's really intense in terms of just the workload,
amount of work. Yeah.
And so if you don't want to be a practicing attorney, it's not worth the stress, and it's definitely not worth the debt.
Straight up.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, they pay. They hit your pockets.
Yeah.
So give me your workload week. Like, what's a workload week?
Yeah. So
in law school.
In law school, you are taking like 12 credit hours, and for every credit hour, you're probably preparing like 3 hours for 1 hour. So it's just are a lot of law school is really just teaching you the process of thinking like a lawyer. So like issue spotting, but the substantive law, you learn that on the job.
Oh, okay.
So even law school is just like undergrad in terms of like, cool, I know, the Pythagorean theorem.
Right.
It has no application to my life.
Right.
A lot of what you do in law school is just like a skill set you're learning. But the substantive law, like, the criminal law classes I took, even if I was a criminal attorney, I couldn't.
Right.
It wouldn't be useful.
Right.
Okay.
Come on, man.
Man, shout
Katie,
out
this
to
my wife.
Mr. and Mrs.
Carrie.
Mac.
Nice to meet you.
If y'all don't mind, go follow and subscribe and become a member of the Patreon. They are pushing P respectfully.
Yeah, you can call it. I guess it's just for nothing. All right, thank you, baby. All right, you good? So, okay, you said you prepared 3 hours for 1 hour. What got you wanting to go to law school in the first place?
So my polished answer is, the complexity of legal issues that my clients face is a very challenging thing day to day, and I like to be able to help them. The honest answer is, when I was little, I watched Perry Mason a lot.
Oh, shout out to Perry Mason, man.
Hold
You know
on,
what I'm saying?
hold on. I know
Straight
you're
up.
not finna be disrespectful.
Straight up.
If you watch Perry Mason, I know you watch my man's in the gray suits only, Mr. Matlock himself.
Yes, and Matlock
That's my
he
dog.
was an excellent detective.
Yeah.
Perry Mason was a
the
litigator.
lawyer.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Straight
And the
up.
thing
People
the
don't
thing
know that,
about-
though.
They don't. The thing about Perry Mason though is he was like a general practitioner. So Perry Mason, if you go back and watch every case that he won, because he always won, it would start off with something real benign, like, Perry Mason, can you help me, write a will?
Right.
Right.
Cool, I can help you do that. Next thing you know, this person has been accused of first-degree murder. It's always first-degree murder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always murder.
And
First
always,
degree.
yeah, and he always get them off. But so on the one hand, I would not want to go to Perry Mason because I'm just coming to you for a traffic ticket.
Right.
Next thing I know, I'm accused of first-degree murder. But on the other hand, he gonna get you off every time.
Okay.
That was the real reason why I wanted to be a lawyer when I was little. And so that changed a bunch of times between being a child and like going to college.
Right.
In undergrad, I took a criminal law. My bachelor's is in criminal justice. I don't do criminal law.
Oh man, why not, man? I feel like if I was a lawyer, dog,
That's what you would go for?
I gotta be in the trap, man.
Yeah.
Well, I did my background check for myself before I came today, so I'm good.
Straight up, it's just I don't know. I guess it's just the crime of it all. You know what I'm saying?
You want the action.
I want the action.
Because everything else be boring to you?
Everything else really just gonna be paperwork and numbers.
Ah, okay.
And that's all. That is 100% what I do. Paperwork and numbers.
Yeah,
Okay.
straight up. Shout out to the people who making big money off the paper and lawyers. I mean, paper and it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that
criminal law is like, I thought I wanted to do that. So yeah, my undergrad degree is in criminal justice. I thought like I'm gonna be a probation officer. I'm gonna do something. And then I got to interning, and I was like, ooh, this is a little too real.
Okay.
It's a little too trill.
So what was happening? Like, it was
Just like I think Part of it is I think that I just don't have the I don't have the heart for that kind of work. I don't have the heart and I don't have the constitution.
Okay.
Like, I think that the
Right.
internships that I did in undergrad, you as a criminal defense attorney, yeah, you get those highs of like, you know, I got my client cleared of these charges, especially if the charges are bullshit.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
But there are the lows are low. Like you are your clients, you are seeing them on their worst day. Anybody who has to hire a criminal defense attorney, that is the worst thing that can happen to them in their lives. You know what I mean? And so
Right.
just the emotional like attachment and impact of it was
Right.
too much for me. Like I got too emotionally involved in
Okay.
So your passion was not that way.
my passion. I was too passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I interned in family court.
Okay.
And I thought that I love kids. I was like, I could do this. Too passionate. Like
Oh
that.
yeah. Yeah. I don't think I can do
That
family
would
court.
that would keep me up at night.
Yeah, I couldn't do. I can lock up the bad guys though,
Yeah.
or represent the bad guys.
Yeah. And it takes I think that people who do defense work, like it really takes us, like my colleagues who I know are committed to that work are they are the people who are like, everyone has rights and everyone's rights should be defended. Even if you have been accused of the most heinous of crimes and you did it, you still have, like, there is a process. And I think that that's the mindset you need. I don't have that.
Right.
Like there are like
Right.
I have biases.
Right.
I absolutely have biases.
So you be really like, hey, you did it, bruh.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know you did it.
And certain
And I'm responsible
crimes,
to get you off.
Yes, like certain
Like-
crimes I can reason myself around, but there are, like, I have crimes that I'm like, yeah, if a person was accused of this crime, I don't think I could have a unbiased mind,
Right.
like, representing them.
Yeah.
And also I just don't want to be a trial attorney, so
Yeah, to represent somebody who did it, you definitely got to have like no moral compass at all.
I don't even think that's true. I think that what we know to be true about the criminal justice system, especially in terms of like Black people, we know that there are just all of these, like, it fails on so many levels. So
Right.
even if even if you do have a client who is 1,000% guilty, it's also like, okay, well, what's the why? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
outside of people who are diagnosed sociopaths, most people, you know what I mean? Like, they commit crime for a reason.
Right.
And it's like, what, like, so for me, I'm like, if you, you know what I mean? If you are accused of, you know, armed robbery or even murder, like, I
Right.
can reason myself through that. But there's certain crimes that I can't reason like child abuse, sexual abuse. I
Oh,
can't,
yeah, nah.
like, even just
Yeah.
knowing that you are accused of it,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, they did it.
Yeah,
Put
I
them
don't
under
wanna-
the jail.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear the details in
Yeah,
those cases.
get them out of here. Get them
Yeah,
out of
I'm
here.
with you.
Just straight up. So
Yeah.
you chose what stream of lawyer to be?
Yes. So I am now a banking finance lawyer.
Okay.
So I do transactional work. Law is, you are either in litigation, which is like, that's what people think of when they think of lawyers, like all the shows, court, you're going to court, you are either, you know, you're a civil rights attorney or a criminal defense or a
Right.
prosecutor, like that's litigation.
Right.
And then transactional law is the other side. It's definitely a smaller, I guess, swath of what you can do in law, but it's really just like contracts. That's what I
okay.
do.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's easy money.
So you get the official paperwork.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So all of my clients are happy when I talk to them.
Straight up.
They are never upset with me. What I do now is I represent lenders, so large institutional lenders in complex transactions. So it
Right.
could be, an example would be a corporation is expanding and they are adding a line of credit to an existing debt. I would represent the bank in that transaction of just making sure like all, everything ticks and ties. You can pay back whatever money you're borrowing.
Okay. And that's on the contract.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, yeah, on a very basic level, I review contracts pretty much all day.
Right.
Yes.
That's what's up.
But big number contracts.
Very big numbers. Bigger numbers than you or I will ever have.
throw me a number. Throw me a number.
Yeah, throughout the fishing ride today.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a bird.
Let me see. I did one this
Pocket
week,
watching.
and it was. I think the line was a $48 million facility.
Wow.
And I was like, let me make sure I do the math right.
Right.
Let me make sure I add it right.
Okay.
Yeah, because you definitely don't want to mess up the numbers.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Especially
Yeah,
with the
definitely don't wanna do
paperwork.
that.
Not millions.
Yeah, not millions.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when did you get started doing that?
So I have been practicing since 2019.
Okay.
I actually graduated. I was looking at this today. Moving my things. I graduated 10 years to the day from undergrad and then from law school. Like 10 years in between it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And when you started it, did you just like fall in love with it?
I did. So I just transitioned to a new job. So the firm I was working at here in St. Louis, I was a real estate attorney. And so I still do real estate. It's just on the other side. So if you were to think about like a real estate transaction,
right.
You've got sellers and then you've got buyers and then you've got representatives at all these levels.
Right.
So before I was representing mainly buyers of commercial real estate and development. And now I represent the lender in that transaction.
Oh, okay.
So they are acquiring more, they're expanding facilities. They're expanding a warehouse. They're expanding,
right.
adding a car dealership, whatever the case is.
Right.
So I do the real estate piece of those deals. And then on a more general level, again, just like I represent the bank in lending money.
Right.
So I'm looking at what does the bank need to do if this borrower defaults on the debt? There are remedies, right?
Right.
I am making sure that all the bank's remedies are there and that we do everything we need to do to like secure those liens if we need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's all on their contract too.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's all in the contract. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. She be moving some numbers, Key.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
So the new move.
Yes.
The price just went up.
The price went up, baby.
Price went up.
Man.
Flat out.
Higher.
That's what's up.
Higher. Yeah. So yeah, before, like I was making very good money, but this is like,
Mama, we made it.
we
Flat
in the
out.
sky now.
Okay.
So yeah, going to the shy to make the and you say you represent the lenders now.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
It's a lot of money in the shy.
Yeah.
Like the shy is a big hub.
Yeah.
And you really wouldn't know that until you go. But you realize like the amount of business that's going on in Chicago, and it's a high amount of business going on.
It is. I was actually really surprised. So I actually got this job offer on New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
I know.
That's
I
dope.
know.
Okay.
I spent the whole New Year's Eve just like jaw agape, like.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What you want to pay
Straight
me?
up.
What?
The bag.
Come on with it.
Yeah.
The bag.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, in researching, like I had zero plans to not ever leave St. Louis, but I love it here.
Right.
This was a very unexpected opportunity. And so in doing the research, like, I don't know how much things cost in Chicago. This salary sounds good to me, but I don't really know.
Right.
I don't know.
Exactly.
Chicago is actually like very cheap compared to cities of the same size. So like when you're looking at like New York, LA, Atlanta, DC, cities of comparable size and like just business, like you
the
said.
big markets.
Yeah. They're actually really cheap, which
Wow.
I had no clue.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's still obviously more expensive than here.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, compared to what you are paying in New York for similarly situated like houses or apartments, like it's still a lot cheaper, which I was very pleasantly surprised.
That's what's up.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So as far as credit, right?
Yes.
On the basic level, what's the sweet spot for buying a home?
For buying a home?
Right.
So I don't do residential real estate.
Right.
But from what I have learned in the little bit of dealings that I've had with residential borrowers, you basically are wanting to show the lending institution that you're borrowing a really small percentage of what you could borrow.
Right.
So like that same, you know how like credit cards, like if your limit is 1,000, you really should only be using 30% of it.
Right.
Like you don't ever want to go up to that
To the
amount.
max.
It's the same. The lenders are looking at the same thing in terms of mortgages. They are looking at like you are able to, you might be approved for, you know, $400,000 worth of house, but like, what are you actually, like, what are you borrowing and what are you paying back?
Right.
They want to see their revenue.
Yeah. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, like, banks don't, it's not profitable, and it's not in the bank's best interest to foreclose on houses. They don't want to do that because then they just have houses sitting there.
Right.
But there, you know, you are going to be, again, like if you're approved for $400,000 worth of house, like, does it make sense for you to necessarily get $400,000 worth of house? Probably not.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And as far as businesses, is it better to lease or loan a building? I mean, lease or buy?
It really depends on the business size. So for a smaller business, absolutely commercial lease, like long-term lease.
Okay.
There's a triple net lease. That's typically what commercial spaces rent for, and you aren't responsible for stuff like capital repair, like the roof,
Right.
snow removal,
Right.
stuff like that. I would say it starts becoming profitable, I guess, or like better
Right.
to own versus lease if you are in the real estate business. Like if you are acquiring, you know what I mean? Like if you, like I'm purchasing this commercial building,
Right.
I only want to use this space, but I want to rent the other ones. Sure, absolutely. But if you are just a business, like large corporations have leases on everything.
Okay.
It's not, if you're not trying to get into the real estate aspect of it, like sure, it's nice to have, you know, if you're like Target, for example,
Right.
sure, you might want to own some properties here and there.
Right.
But, you know, you can also just lease them. Then
Exactly.
the flip side of that is when we have things like, so like in the beginning of 2020, when, you know, things went left.
Right.
Right.
All the way left.
All the way left. All I did that whole year was do lease workouts for commercial tenants.
Okay.
So if you are the owner of that building
Right.
and something like that happens, you're still like, you're responsible.
Yeah, you're responsible for it.
Because you the
Straight up.
representative. Yeah, I deal with that at work. We can only talk to them.
Yeah.
So leasing is a lot safer than buying if you were a small business.
Yes,
Small.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then, like you said, if you want to do partial, rent this side out, or you know, and
you can if you are signing a commercial lease as a tenant, just make sure that there are lease provisions in your lease that allow you to sublet it. But yeah, like if you're, you know, if you only need this much space for your business operations, but you've leased this whole space, like, and your lease allows you to sublet the other space, that's another, you know, that's revenue for you versus being financially responsible for the entire building.
Exactly.
okay,
And everything that comes along with it.
big
Right.
gym right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Is that common? You see that a lot
with
subleasing? I would think a lot of owners probably wouldn't really want to do that. I don't know why I think like that.
So, they want it all.
Like, I don't want no extra people up in my.
Well, so
I'm in my building, bro. You know what I'm saying?
From a commercial perspective, commercial real estate is just different from residential real estate.
Right.
So yes, if you are if I have a 4-family flat, absolutely, I'm leasing to you.
Right.
I don't want you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're not going to be able to sublease.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, you're subletting until, to the end of your lease, something like that. Commercial leasing is different because it's usually like the lease terms are way longer. So we're talking about like lease terms of years instead of month to month.
Right.
And it's actually more, I'd say it's pretty common for a commercial tenant to sublease. So
yeah, on the business side, I would think of it would be popular because I can sublease and they paying my mortgage.
Yeah.
They paying the lease off for me. I'm my business here for free.
Yeah, and the type of loan that a commercial property owner is getting is, yes, it's a mortgage, but it's just a different kind of loan facility than what you would take out for a house. But yeah, I think as long as the commercial leases should have a sublease. They almost always have it in it.
Oh, okay.
And it's for stuff too, like, so if you are, you are leasing the building, you might sublease it to a franchisee of your same business.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so there has to be provisions in the lease for that.
Okay.
You hear that legal talk, Doug?
That's that paperwork talk. Yeah,
provisions.
Yeah, have them lined up.
Yeah.
All through.
Yeah.
Don't have this little bit in there.
Have them lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they pay me the big bucks.
Yeah.
For real.
So is it hard to go from leasing to buying, or is just like, let's say I lease a building for 5 years and then I want to sell it or whatever. Is that a hard process?
Like if you are the owner?
Yeah, if I'm the owner.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's very easy.
Very easy.
Yeah. No, for commercial, even for residential owners too. I don't do a lot. I don't do residential real estate, so
right.
I'm gonna try hard not to speak on that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want nobody saying that I heard on this podcast.
Right.
She a lawyer and she said that's not
straight
it.
up. Right.
None of this is legal advice.
Yeah, none of this.
Flat out.
No, for commercial, yeah, it's very easy. There is there's another provision in a lease that basically the tenants of a building have to sign these estoppel certificates. It's essentially like notifying the tenants that you have new ownership, like
right.
your your lease might not necessarily be ending, but just so you know, like when your lease term is up,
right.
the new owner has the option to either renew you or not.
Right.
Okay.
Are people coming back to work? I know when COVID happened, everybody left the corporate offices.
It is. That's the exciting.
And are they coming back to work?
It's an exciting time. So yes and no.
Okay.
It depends on the market. So I've worked on real estate deals that were like selling back portions of the building because they don't need it anymore because their workforce has shrank or they're going to keep a remote option.
Right.
I've worked on the flip side of it. I've worked on lease deals where we are making people come back to the office. So I think it depends on the market, the industry, and the business. My personal opinion, I think smart companies who are going to stay ahead of the curve are going to keep remote options indefinitely. People don't want to go back to work. People don't want to go back to the office. Go back to work. People don't want to go back to the office.
This nigga was furious.
Yeah.
When they called him and told him he was going to have to come back.
I was comfortable with a K, man. Chill out. I was for one, I was saving gas.
Yeah.
And they called me talking about I'm gonna have to go back to the gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the tryout period, I will just say they see that it works.
It works.
From home.
Yes.
We good at home.
And for like I hated it at first. I hated working from home. I'm a extrovert. I'm a social person.
Okay.
For me, I was like, oh my God, this is terrible.
Right.
But then I got used to it, and now I literally cannot imagine having to go back to an office every day of the week all day.
Wow.
That doesn't, like, I can't see that, which that was a motivating factor in finding a different firm that was going to offer that flexibility. I'm not saying I don't want to go to the office, but like, I really like working at home.
Exactly.
To me, it feels, even if it's the illusion, it feels like I have more time to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if I'm working from home, I have time to make breakfast.
Yeah, you can definitely take the commute out.
Yes, you can take the commute time out.
Yeah, commute is gone.
Yes.
And a lot of people work far away from where they stay at.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. I was saving gas, and then like, I mean, honestly, yeah, like if I was in the building, I step outside on a 15-minute break just to get fresh breath of air. I'm one of them type of guys. Like I got to get a fresh breath. I got to smell outside.
Yeah.
It's a relief for me. Yeah, not just going to the bathroom, putting some water on your face. That's for when you sleep.
Yeah.
I'm on a break. I need fresh air. You know what I'm saying? I ain't smoking the square, none of that shit. I just need to step outside.
Yeah. And see the sun.
At the crib, it was like, man, crack that sliding door open. You know what I'm saying? Let the breeze in. If I want to step outside, I can. If not, shit, I'm good. I'm on a 15-minute break. I might take care of a little biz, make a phone call or something, but it's just like I'm here.
Yeah.
I got my lunch ready.
Yeah.
If I want to DoorDash, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna say that it's not gonna make you comfortable, but it's your livelihood, and if it worked, we can keep rolling with this shit.
And
at the crib.
like it feels for me, it feels like I have more of a balance in my life. So like my job is mentally taxing. And so before going to the office, even though my commute was not that long, just like at the end of the day, I'm mentally drained and I have nothing left. Like I don't feel like cooking. I don't feel like hanging out with friends. Like I don't feel like doing anything. Whereas working from home, I can get up and start a load of laundry. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like taking my 15 minutes away from the computer, I can do yard. Like there's so much more stuff you can get done during the week. So then when the weekend comes, I feel refreshed and like I can actually hang out with people.
Come back to being an extrovert.
Yes, exactly.
Especially
it was cool. It worked.
Especially if you a good energy person.
Yeah.
And you working somewhere where it's just horrible people at.
Yes.
All of them negative.
You can control your energy at the crib.
You absolutely can.
Straight up.
And that's there has been some like statistics and light research that has shown, especially for Black people, like in corporate environments, like it's just all of the microaggressions you suffer at work, just all of the stuff you did that other people don't think about that you deal with. Like I don't have to worry about my hair, my makeup.
Right.
I literally can wake up, brush my teeth,
Go
wash my face, and now I'm at work. And now I'm at work.
At work.
Versus like, well, let me figure out. This is a lot of hair for the others.
Right.
I got to figure out something to do with it.
Yeah. That's crazy though.
Yeah.
But it seems like it breeds more productivity too.
I feel like I'm more productive.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more productive. So yeah, I think that companies that want to stay ahead of the curve and keep employees, because people are quitting left and right, are going to keep that flexibility. For some people, it makes sense to come into an office. Like my colleagues who are married with kids at home and their partner is also working from home. Yeah, it makes sense to maybe come somewhere that's quieter that you can actually get stuff done. Sure.
Right.
But for me, like I have no distractions at home except for myself.
Right. Straight up.
Like,
so you just focus.
Yeah.
Laser focus.
Yes.
And he wasn't focused.
Hey, I was focused. Like
Ski looking at the
some
TV.
people now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of them guys. Yeah, I'm jumping up fresh. I'm hopping in the shower. I'm going to put on clothes. I wasn't in the robe and the jogging pants. No. I didn't want to be that comfortable.
Right.
Like, I'm still going to work. It's just today I ain't putting on the collar. I'm putting on a T-shirt. You hear me? Putting on the tee today.
I don't have to put on pantyhose. Shit. I don't have to put on heels. I can just put on some regular clothes. Yeah. Sit at my desk and do my work.
Walk your little dog. If you got some little pets, you know what I'm saying?
Some little pets.
You was at the crib. I ain't going nowhere. I'm working.
Little pet.
Where you at? I'm at the crib. What you doing? I'm working.
He used to love it. Can you see the nostalgia?
Yeah.
Man.
You glowing, brother.
Yeah. Now I did have one situation when my girl had to come back home. She had to come back in and she was like, talking to. I'm like, I'm working. She was like, you talking like that at work? I said, man, and
she heard your work voice.
Yeah. She had the people on the nose. You know, people in July, let me see, January, February, March, April, May, June. Yeah,
wait. That's how you figure out the months, nigga?
No. If they get birthday land on my nose, they knows.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, what is June?
January, February, March. You got to do the ears too, because you could be ear hustling too. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. It's how I go like that. Talk too much on the mouth.
He said you got to do the ears too.
Wait, June is talk too much?
Might be.
That's me.
That's you all day?
That's crazy, dog.
That was my report cards all in grade school. Catherine is a great student. She talk way too much.
Okay, she chats too much.
Yep. Okay. And now look at me, getting paid to talk.
Getting paid to talk.
Okay.
Joke's on you.
Okay. So one quick question.
Yep.
With the funding, are you able to help or pass out resources to organizations or companies or commercial companies to get funding?
No, not in my role. No. When the deal comes to me, it's done. The deal is done. I'm papering the back end of it.
Gotcha.
All the negotiating, all of the acceptance, all of that is done.
Okay.
The knowledge, the institutional knowledge that I have, though, yes, I do. I am aware of resources for new businesses, small businesses, especially minority-owned businesses. There is a lot of help available for startups, and I think what is unfortunate is that, especially minority-owned businesses, we don't know what you don't know.
Right.
So you don't know what's out there. You don't know to tap into it or how to access it.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not exposed to that at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, once I figure out the logistics of it, I have in the 3 years that I've been practicing, I have just developed a really wide base of knowledge of just general business resources.
Right.
So previously I represented developers, like landowners, but I also did a lot of very basic business startup stuff. So
but your relationship was fully established though. So yeah, that's what's up. That's most definitely going on the
and I learned a lot about like I had no clue that the federal government has a small business administration, and all they do is work with startups.
Wow.
Yeah, I had no clue.
At the end of the year, at the end of the year, they always talk about these grants and these things that they got that Black people never tried to get.
Yeah.
But they don't never let us know they got them on deck.
Well, but the thing about it is they don't let you know that they're there, and there are things that your business needs to do first. Like you can't just be like, I sell T-shirts, give me some money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There are certifications that your business has to have, and that is what now I know how to do. So I would like to, in the near future, figure out how to pull all of that into some kind of consulting business. So there were previously, I worked with a couple of contractor companies, so minority-owned contractors. So if you are a general contractor and you have the designation of a minority-owned business, which is an official certification, you now have access to bid on government contracts, and certain certain federal projects, they have to have a certain percentage of minority-owned businesses. So automatically, just getting that certification, your job pool grows.
Right.
We don't know that. A lot of people don't know that you
And like
need
he
that.
said, they be saying it at the end of the year.
Yeah,
at the end of the year,
when it's said and done. Yeah. And it's never. It's like, oh, you could have gotten this. Okay, well, how do I get it? We'll do your own research.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Or they want to charge you.
Yeah.
Oh, they definitely
for the game.
Yeah.
Or they want to email you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to email you out. They're going to send you 50 emails.
Right, and none of them are helpful.
Right. Every week you're going to get a different email. You're going to send something, they're going to say, okay, now we need this, we need that. And you're going to send that, and it's just a runaround.
Yeah.
Well, you just let me know, because it sounds like it's going to be a consultant. You know what I'm saying? We going to come back and wrap around with that situation, because I know a lot of people just look like he said, we trying to bring on people. If y'all can, go follow and subscribe at Urban Access Network. More entrepreneurs and people that's in their adventures and endeavors that can help our people.
Yes, absolutely.
And more or less, when we say help, mean expand. So it's like we not stunting our own growth. So we got the platform to let y'all know. We brought Katie on today.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Dropped a lot of gems.
Good deal, bad deal, right? Do you have any contact with the buyer or the seller, or you just get the paperwork and just do your thing with it?
Now, in this new role, no.
Okay.
I don't work with the buyer or seller at all.
Okay.
In my previous role, yes, I worked with one or the other in a deal. And I really, so that is I really liked that. That is what I would like to, when I figure out what this consultant business looks like that's what I would like to do, because I think that's the fun part of you know, I am not an artistic person. I don't have I'm a letters and numbers kind of gal,
right?
But it's cool to work with people who are like, this closed down school, I want to turn it into a food hall and this and this and this, and like they've got all of these cool ideas. It's great to be able to help get them from point A to point B.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, have you ever had to tell somebody it's a bad deal? Don't do it.
Absolutely. And they did not listen, and they did it anyway.
What?
And I made them sign a lot of waivers of warning. I have been. My attorney told me all of these things, and I'm proceeding as such. That's fine. Just don't sue me.
You don't care that this is a bad deal.
Yeah.
You feel me? Sign fingerprint.
Mm-hmm.
Is you sure?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So so generally speaking, like as a real estate attorney, I'm not necessarily when the deal comes to me, you have worked out you worked out the price point,
right?
You know what timeline you want to close. So I'm doing I'm doing the mechanics of that.
Right.
But I had two situations, two separate things where the client, I'm like, hey, so
let's regroup real quick.
This.
It's your decision, but here are these glaring issues with the land.
Right.
And if none of it, there is almost nothing on earth that money won't fix.
Right.
So if you want to pay to fix these issues with the land or the title,
Right.
you can. It's going to be very expensive. And I'm just letting you know that so you don't then say that I committed malpractice.
Right. And
but at the end of the day, it's the client is driving the deal.
Right.
It's your money
to
y'all
already worked that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So headed to the Shire. What you expecting out of Chicago? What you
Man.
what's your most exciting thing about just the move?
I think the most exciting thing is O'Hare Airport and all the international flights I'll be able to take for cheap.
Man, straight up, bro. You just can't fly everywhere out the loot, huh?
Yeah.
You can't.
It's not going to happen.
No. Everywhere, even, right now, when I look at flights, I always look from Chicago and St. Louis because if it's like a couple of $100 difference, it's absolutely worth like driving or taking the train, whatever.
Right.
Or layovers. I'm old now. You know, my bones don't do what they used to do.
Ooh,
I can't
them layovers,
be, I can't be in it. I can't be traveling for like 8 hours for a 4-hour destination. Like I just can't do it.
I just don't want the extra airport.
No.
Like, why you got to throw that airport in there?
Yeah.
I just need to go to point A to point B, fam.
Yeah.
And
no layovers.
You want to throw a 2.5, 3 hour, 8 hour.
Yes. That is enough. That's enough to make me pay. Like, I'll pay more money for a direct flight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Flat out. Shout out to y'all people who don't mind them layovers.
Can't do it.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I would like a planned layover.
Like a necessary layover,
Right.
sure. If you're going, you know, across the world and
Right.
I have to stop, like, yeah, put some gas in this mug.
Straight up. Like a healthy layover is
Right.
always, a healthy layover in a good spot is always good.
Right. But if I'm going to,
It's like, I ain't mad. I'm in
if I'm
Colorado.
going to Dallas, I shouldn't have to go to North Carolina first.
Exactly.
I just want to go to Dallas.
I just want to go to Dallas.
Right, yeah, we could keep them over them ways. Just get me here.
Right.
Flat out.
Flat
But if
out.
you want to just let me be in Dallas for like 2 days,
Right.
are we good?
Right.
For the low too?
That's the stay over.
Right.
Fuck a layover.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
stay
gonna
over.
be here
Right.
for a couple
no,
days.
You got
Yeah.
a multi-city trip at
yeah,
that point.
Yeah, at
Right.
that point, you doing it. So tell the people where to find you at, man.
I am on my firm's website. I
Okay.
feel like that's the best way to get in contact with me business-wise.
Okay.
The firm is ChapmanCutler.com. And if you just search for my name, Catherine Redmond, I will be there.
That's what's up.
Social media, all my pages are private, so don't look for me.
Don't even try.
Don't even try.
Don't even try.
Don't even try. Just lay low. Just lay low.
Yeah, gotta keep a
Straight
low
up.
profile.
Low
Low
key.
profile.
That's the old school,
Can't
man.
let people. Can't let the.
I'm not in the
let
yellow
the man-
pages. You
yeah.
heard me? You got to go
Can't let the
beyond
man
that.
know.
Straight
Yeah.
up. I
Can't
feel
let
you.
them know.
If I wasn't doing this, I promise you, like I wouldn't be on the socials like that.
People like.
Nah, I know. I
Straight
would.
up. I can't wait till I can hire somebody to do it for me. Mm-hmm. Straight up, I don't like it at all.
I don't mind. Like I like interacting with social media, but I just, especially just as I get older, I'm like, I don't want all this information out there about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's some stuff that you can't, like, I remember a couple of years ago, I think it was when I was filling out my bar application, and the background check is like very intense. Like when I tell you, they came back and asked me, like, I see that you have this address in 2012. Ma'am, I don't remember what I ate for breakfast. I don't know what I was doing in 2012.
Right.
Like, they find stuff that I didn't think was findable.
Right.
For the bar?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I remember, like, filling that out. I think I Googled myself just to see, like, what's out there. And I found it was like a fake LinkedIn. And it had my whole, like, they copycatted my whole LinkedIn profile.
Wow.
And I was like, you can't do anything about it. I don't want this fake website using my information. I have no clue how they got it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The information thieves is definitely out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, you know, Ski got hacked.
Did you?
Yeah, a couple months back.
They got him though.
Yeah,
He set himself up. He made a video and everything.
like it was a smooth one too. Like basically,
He made a video and everything.
like if I was in the interrogation room right now,
No.
I'm telling you,
He was guilty. It's charged.
I'm at work and I put the video, but by the time I got off to even get back on there,
He was.
I
hacked.
couldn't get back on. I
Yeah.
was out of
They
commission.
Oh wow.
Yeah, locked me in, and you know how you send it to. I needed to. Ben stopped sending it to the email address because my email address is active. So all my people's telling me or asking me, "Is that me?" No, that's not me. And then the email thing going off. I'm like, I'm Doc McScrewed. I was out of here, flat out.
Like I don't send nobody nothing.
I can't deal with the.
That's crazy.
As soon as y'all see anything on the ground for us, like
Anybody asking you for money,
Yeah.
speaking
DM.
to me, telling me, and I don't know, delete.
Yeah. You know, B Cole got hacked.
And see, he was smooth with it though.
They hit me up like, my cousin trying to pay their rent. Can you lend us something, but don't cash app it. Go to something.com. Nigga, what?
No.
You see what I'm saying? They had a whole setup.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm not even doing that for the cash app. I got my nigga number. I'm just gonna call him.
Right.
And be like, is this you? And he like, nah, that ain't me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They shouldn't be able to do that.
No.
As much stuff as Instagram be blocking and Facebook be blocking.
Right.
It's like, man, how y'all ain't got this on the bot?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all need some bot security, man.
Yeah.
Ski.
This episode 181, man, brought to you today for the Queens.
Yeah, man.
We dropped a lot of gem today.
What you got for the people, Ski?
Man, follow me on the gram at Daryl Felton Jr. and my new page. That's not hacked. Yeah, that's me. That's Ski. But tune in next weekend on the ILLMAC and Ski Showcast /podcast because we just brought it to you like that. We keep it live. We bringing on more entrepreneurs, more influencers, and also leaders of the world, of the new world in 2022. So we coming.
Straight up.
We stepping on shit. So just don't know who gonna be in the seat over there or whoever gonna be in the building, man. Just tune in, tell a friend. And also if y'all get a chance, go follow Mr. and Mrs. Mac on the podcast.
Oh, for
sure.
And
shout out to Grow Hero, man. He been doing the Long Live Dog tour with the food truck, the car wash, the haircuts.
Straight up.
And the vegan truck
when
as
he
well.
To the Lou?
April 16th. We in the building. 16th. I already told him. I've been rapping with him low key. Spoiler alert.
What day is it? This is Saturday.
Saturday. So we coming out. We gonna step out. You know, I was scheming fucking with the mother's food truck here.
Okay.
But Father's Day, yes sir. The food truck. Oh, that hit the soul.
See, like before I leave.
But nah, Father's Day, Mother's Day, man. Be on the lookout for Daryl and Dolly. My boo, my queen, my lady. She gonna be doing a thing with the baskets.
Okay.
So it's in full in effect. We get shit in order. But hey man, it's Sunday. Love on each other, like wifey saying. Everybody just embrace the peace and the good weather. And like Il say, you know, if you ain't gangster, or if you is gangster.
Oh, here this nigga go. This nigga on one.
Nah,
what you got
everybody
for the people?
Been loving it.
Tell the people like something to help them with their week. You know what I'm saying?
Take a lot of deep breaths.
Yeah.
Yep. Breathe deeply. Yes. Yoga. Yeah.
Yoga. Hey, it works.
It does.
It works.
It really does. Yeah. It really does. I'm looking forward to getting back into teaching.
Straight up. Well, safe travels to you.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Thank you for having me.
Flat
this
out.
Great.
Go on, throw a B on that bank account. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. You know, we gotta speak that thing, Ski.
I'm trying.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
She ain't too far now. That's a road trip.
Hey.
I'm going to see Katie.
Yeah.
We gonna get this paperwork shit together.
Yeah. Straight up. After that, you have to call her KDB.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For the respect on it. Oh yeah.
Billy, man.
Yeah, the B is for bands. Katie got bands.
Okay.
Billy. Yeah, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow Urban Access on all social media platforms and YouTube. You dig? Follow me at ILLMAC314 and stay prayed up. If you too anxious to pray, nigga, at least thank God. We out. It's National Women's Month, so you know we got some hair. It's fire.
Darling, I care.